Hey guys, it's Angel, and for this video I thought it would be really fun to use a few of the products that I showed you guys in my 2016 favorites video. And if you haven't watched I have the link down below, late to the party. So I'm gonna show you not one but two mer-manis using my stamping plate collab with Bundle Monster. And I recently spied with my little eye that Bundle Monster added the last two blogger collab plate sets to Amazon, and it looks like they're on sale. That's the cheapest I've ever seen these sets. I don't know how long they're going to be this cheap, but my plate is in set number 3 and set number 4. I don't own any of these plates, and I'm kind of thinking about buying them myself, and then I'm gonna have another twice-star plate. I'll have both of the sets linked down below. Okay, so on to the tutorial. First up, this mani is dedicated to all the Holo mermaid bitches out there because we gotta stick together. I don't even know what that means, but we're gonna do it. For my base coat, I used Peel Off Base Coat. And for my Holo base color, I used 2 coats of different dimension unicorn, and you may recognize this from my favorites video. This was my number 2 favorite polish of 2016. And it looks sheer on that first coat, but then it's perfectly opaque on the second coat. And then I'm going to do a little reverse stamping with my Mermaid plate. Here I'm using Bundle Monster Straight Up Black stamping polish, and I'm going to pick up the Mermaid scale design and using a very fine detail brush. I believe these are from Winstonia. I'll link them down below. I chose a pink and a sort of mint stamping polish to paint in the scale design. Now you're gonna see that I'm just kind of picking them at random because I wanted the Holo base to show through. And I chose my Clear Jelly Stamper Big Bling Stamper because, again, this was in my favorites video, and it's my all-time favorite stamper because it's just so large that it's really going to help with the reverse stamping. Now, whenever I do reverse stamping like this, I always tend to paint in more of the design than is necessary. Like when I turn this over, you're gonna see that there's way too many scales painted in, but I like to do that because then I can pick which area that I like the best. And a couple of times I remember the first time that I used this technique, like I would paint in not enough, and then I'd have like all these missing spots. So I've learned my lesson and I just overpaint now. Then I set my stamper aside for like a minute or 2 to dry and use that time to apply my Bundle Monster Poli-peel cuticle protector to help with cleanup. And then to prep for stamping, I applied 1 layer of yellow stopper to give the nail a tacky surface for the stamping to stick better to. Now, I should have put yellow stopper in my 2016 favorites video because it was definitely a game changer for me. And I know that's kind of like a serious thing to say, but in the past year, I discovered that using yellow stopper prior to stamping just upped my stamping game to the next level because it gives you more time to transfer the stamps to your nail. Now that I'm done with my love song to yellow stopper, we can continue on stamping. So now you can see why I love the Big Bling Stamper. The stamping head is so large that there's very little distortion of the image, which helps with placement, and it lets so much light in. And now that our nail is stamped, we could remove our Poli-peel or whatever liquid latex you choose to use. This one just happens to be my favorite. And if you aren't using a liquid latex at this point, you are a straight up savage. I'm just kidding. Okay, and now on to the other item that I should have included in my 2016 favorites video. For years, I was using a very small cleanup brush, and Twinkle Tea sent me their number 6 brush earlier this year, and it was like, oh my god, what have I been doing all of these years wasting my time with this small itty bitty brush? I love it. It makes cleanup so much easier. And then I just repeated that process for 3 more nails, and now that I'm thinking about it, this is probably where it would be handy to have multiple clear stampers. And I do have another clear stamper, but it's like a small one, and you know, I probably would have messed up then. And also you might be asking yourself, is she putting those scales on upside down? And yes I am, and you'll see why. And now for what I think is the most important nail in this mani. I chose my favorite part to the stamping plate. Bitch, I'm a mermaid. And obviously, the best finger to put this stamp on is your middle finger. And that's why I put the scales on upside down, because then you could use your finger as a weapon to tell the haters, bitch, I'm a mermaid. You just pop it up. It's very effective. And to protect my new weapons, I applied Super Chic Lacquer Liquid Macro Top Coat. And please, someone tell me that that stamp does not look perfect over Different Dimension Unicorn. Match made in heaven. I can't even tell you how happy this mani made me. It combined like all of my favorite things. Mermaids, neon cream polishes, stamping, holo. It's everything. This mani is me. I am this mani. Okay, and on to the second mer-mani. I unfortunately didn't record the application of the two base colors. I used 2 coats of Jagged Little Teal and 2 coats of OPI Alpine Snow. And over those I applied 2 coats of China Glaze Twinkle Twinkle Little Starfish, which is also from my favorites video. And I just feel like this is mermaid in a bottle, and it's a good substitute if you don't want to use the nail powders that kind of give you that mermaid look, because this is gorgeous and I'm dying to use this over other colors. And then since we're doing more stamping, I applied more Bundle Monster Poli-peel to protect my skin. And then I also used yellow sapper again like the previous mani to help with stamping. And for the 2 lighter nails, I decided to use the swirly water pattern, and this is Rica White Out stamping polish, and it is just a very opaque white. I love this one, I recommend it, and I'm using my Big Bling stamper again. And I had to pick off a couple of curly bits of the stamping that were trying to make their way back onto the nail. For the other nails, I went with the water pattern. I don't know what to call this, the sunlight pattern that you see on water. You see it in a pool, at the beach. And look at that pickup, people. This is a perfect combo of products. I thought the white stamping over the greenish gold shimmer kind of looked like the murky sea. Ooh, I'm so romantic. And once I had all my nails stamped, I could remove my Poli-peel. A little more cleanup using my number 6 brush, and I always use 100% acetone for cleanup. I never really say that. I don't know, do people actually use polish remover for cleanup? I don't know. I use 100% acetone. And then for the middle nail, I wanted to apply some sea-themed nail charms and jewels and studs, so I applied a coat of Super Chic Lacquer Liquid Macro Top Coat, and then before that dried, so you gotta be kind of quick, I take a little mini orange stick and start applying my jewels and studs. And I find it really helpful to kind of plan it out beforehand and have them all picked out and set up on a flat surface so that you can easily grab them. And then as you can see, I'm not really pressing them into the polish. At first, since the polish is gonna dry, I kind of just lay them down, and then once I have them all placed, I can push them into place. And also, I usually take my photos, immediately after this, within a minute or 2. And after I take my photos, if I'm going to wear the mani, I usually go back over my jewels and studs with another coat of top coat to seal them in. But I just feel like taking the pictures before that coat helps to show the jewels better. And that completes the second look, and I was so happy with how that white stamping looked over those lighter colored nails. I thought it just looked so magical and fairy princess-like. I really felt like Ariel with this one. So that completes the tutorial for my 2 mermaid manis using some of my favorite products of 2016. Now, I don't think many people think of doing mermaid nails in the winter, but then I remembered, well, it is technically summer for half of the world, and it's not like mermaids hibernate. They need representation year-round. Let me know if you guys are going to bust out some cold weather mer-manis. And don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at twy_star. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.